Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the kitchen. Welcome back to Cocktails After Dark. We're going to do another cocktail out of the Cafe Royal cocktail book, published in 1937. Chock-a-block with some really good recipes. And we're going to do something called the Gloucester, apparently invented by Jack Powell. And it calls for 3/5 King George IV whiskey. And my first thought was, I can't afford King George IV whiskey. And then I realized that I had confused King George IV whiskey with King George V whiskey, which is a Johnnie Walker product and relatively expensive. King George IV whiskey, when I looked it up, apparently was a blended Scotch whiskey with no age statement. Whiskies blended from Scotch distilleries all over Scotland. Discontinued in the 1970s. Apparently a relatively inexpensive whiskey option. So I've decided to use Chivas Regal as that blended Scotch whiskey, and then we're going to try a blended Japanese whiskey because I've never used it in a cocktail before. So we start out with some orange juice. Both shakers get the same amount of orange juice. And then Drambuie. Drambuie is a Scotch liqueur flavored with all kinds of really great things. This stuff is fantastic. You often hear bartenders say that Saint-Germain is like the ketchup of the bar. Drambuie, I think, takes a similar place in whiskey cocktails. Really good stuff. So, Chivas, 3 ounces, and we'll do that in this shaker. Spilling. And then I'm going to use this. This is it's Nikka whiskey from the barrel. That's all I know about it. It's in a really cool square bottle. And another one. And look, I've already messed up the label. So now, I will ice and shake these individually.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Jules.
Friends. What do we have today? Ooh,
The Gloucester.
you picked out some new
So
scotches.
yeah,
Where does that fit in? I'm spying those cherries.
each one gets a cherry. So, cherry.
Just one cherry, no extra.
No, just a cherry
Just a cherry.
and a cherry.
Fine.
Okay, so it's called the Gloucester. This one's made with Chivas, and this one's made with the Nikka Japanese whiskey that we've never used before. So here we go.
There you
Yeah.
Interesting, because when I first tasted that one, it's like, oh, there's a really deep flavor in there.
Yeah.
And it's got to be that particular
That particular
Scotch
whiskey.
whiskey. Sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You get the layers with...
That's got a really, for lack of a better word, a deep flavor.
Yeah.
It's not smoky per se,
no, but
but it's
there's
very
lots of layers in there. And
earthy and
I really get the Drambuie. I get the honey and the spices from that, and a little bit of the orange.
at the same time. This one is a lovely drink
Very
as well.
Smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very different. I like them both. I don't
Yes.
think I don't think I would say I prefer one over the other. They're just so different.
Completely different,
Mm-hmm.
yet both of them are absolutely delicious. I really do like these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's just,
Try that one straight up.
since we've never had it, let's just see.
Now's the time.
It's open.
It's got just a narrow little, tiny little.
Yeah.
Little, pouring.
And it glugs. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot. Hot, hot, hot. So it's 51.4 alcohol. So that's 102. The proof is 102 or 103, something like that.
But I can see where it brings
Yeah.
those flavors to this.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's
Japanese whiskey is a bit of a mystery to me. I'm still navigating it. The laws governing Japanese whiskey are a little bit gray in places of what can be called Japanese whiskey. My understanding is that you can be a Japanese whiskey distillery and bring in Canadian whiskey and put it in the bottle in Japan, and it's Japanese whiskey. And I think there's
Yeah, we've got similar rules.
yeah, I mean there's some and it's often not delineated on the bottle. But that's great in this mix.
Works.
Whatever's in that bottle.
Works in this drink.
Yeah. So the Gloucester. Give it a try. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon. Julie's taking the cherry. Julie's gonna high grade the cherries.